you prepared for the wrestling differently this time out?
No, again, I train every day, and I train at American Top Team. I train at the Grip House in Glasgow, and we have all different body types, different styles, and of course, when you come against a different opponent and they're strong at one point, you're going to focus on that. But again, I'm focusing on getting better every single time in the overall game, not just the wrestling.
How was the reception from the public and the fans and the media after the UFC in Scotland? Because I remember I talked to some people over there, and they described it as they were trying to portray the sport of being very brutal in media. How was the reception afterwards?
I mean, very good. You know, the local papers. Eventually, I got in them. You know, that's 2 years I've been in the UFC. I've been fighting since 2009. I couldn't even make it into my fucking local paper. But come Monday morning, I was in the local national papers. You know, so and they greeted it well. You know, they looked at it. It's not a barbaric sport anymore. They see that it's top level athletes all around the world competing. So the reception was great, and I couldn't walk around my hometown or city of Glasgow or Edinburgh without people noticing me and recognising me and saying well done. You know, so it was a great feeling to eventually be recognised for what we're doing in this sport.
You fought Paul Redmond last time, a fighter from Ireland. Would you have rather fought a fighter from Ireland this time out instead of Darren Elkins?
What the fuck? You know, imagine getting in there fighting one of their fucking home guys. It was like him when he came out to Scotland fighting the Scottish guy. You know, the amount of boos he got, 11,000 of them. Fuck that shit. You know, I want the crowd in my back. So no, do a fuck. I'm glad I'm not fighting an Irish guy here.
Are you coming in with the same entrance song?
You'll need to wait and see.
What sort of reaction are you expecting from the Irish fans?
A warm reception. I'm sure they're going to get behind us. You know, I just said before, we fought the same enemies in the battlefield. You know, we bled together then, and we're going to bleed again on Saturday night together. So I'm looking forward to them getting behind me and giving Elkins a hard time when he makes that walk.
And Rob, what happened in the last fight? I believe were you stripped of the bonus because you jumped the fence? What happened there?
Everybody knows you can't break the rules in the UFC. You know, they're there to keep everybody safe. That's including the fighters and the crowd. You know, I jumped into the crowd, could have incited a fucking riot. Made it worse that I didn't even know who I was in there with. I didn't have a fucking clue. You know, I lost my mind for that brief second. Let's just say it didn't go down well with the UFC brass.
So, just quickly, are you a fan of the rugby?
Love the rugby.
Obviously, heartbreak for Scotland in the quarterfinals. Yeah, what's your thoughts on that? Obviously, it's heartbreaking for the Scottish nation.
I mean, it's the same. We're a small country. We can fight like fucking. It's the same in the rugby field. You know, we go forward and we try and win with all our heart, all our might, everything. You know, and it comes down to the last minute and we fucking lose it. Why not use a bit of sense and kick the ball into touch and fucking run the clock down? You know, just use a little bit of brain sometimes. You know, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes we're always pushing for the win. So what can you do?
Rob, have you got a message for your fans who are travelling across the Dublin coast?
I appreciate the support. Everybody travelled from Scotland. You know, again, I grew up in the council estates in Scotland, so I know how expensive it is to come here. I know how, believe me, my girlfriend's coming and I know how fucking expensive it is. She's not paying for it, so I know how expensive it is for other people, and I'm appreciative of them dipping into their pocket and digging deep and coming over here, because everybody knows Dublin's an expensive place to come.
Rob, just get your thoughts. Obviously, your teammate last night, Dustin Poirier from ATT, fell out of Joe obviously fell out of the main event. Just what was your reaction to that?
You know, we trained together in this fight camp coming up, and again, Dustin put in the same amount of work as me, if not more, because he had 5 rounds, I think. Gutting for him, but what can you do? That's this crazy sport, you know. 1 minute you're up, 1 minute you're down, but fuck it, he'll go back to the drawing board. They'll get paid his show money. They'll reschedule the fight. He'll get paid again. So good luck to him. You know, I'm sure he's going to turn up the next time in an even better fashion. I think Joe Duffy's bottle went. You know, I think that little voice in your head saying there's a way out here. Let's take it. And that's what he did. You know, he went running a main event in Dublin against one of the top lightweights in the world. I think his bottle went. I think he looked for a way out and he found it, and that was it.
Looking at your fight, number 13 guy in the world you're facing now, does this feel like you're finally getting some sort of recognition and momentum now? You're up there, you're in a fight that really can propel you into those rankings.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fighting a number 13 tomorrow, but fucking number 2 in the card, so no, I don't think I'm getting the recognition again. I'm going to get in there with a chip on my shoulder. Elkins is going to feel that, and I'm going to let the UFC know directly after it, do not fucking put me this low down the card. You know, I'm here to put on a show for you guys, and I'm here to knock people out, so stop putting me in these bullshit low places.
Joe Duffy getting a concussion just a few days before the fight. How does that happen just a few days prior to the fight? Should you be training that hard?
Well, I don't know. Again, I don't know Joe Duffy's training practices, but I certainly know over American top team we do not spar that heavy 1 week, 2 weeks out from a fight. You know, we're tailoring it off, we're being smart, we're making sure that people we train with aren't looking to take people out. We've got to get to the fight and get paid, and it's as simple as that. Making fucking stupid decisions, letting people rock you or KO you and fucking sparring a week out for a fight, fuck knows what he's thinking.
You said that he probably went running. What do you mean by that?
He got scared, you know, he's bottle wet. Big event, main event, a lot of voice in the back of his head saying there's a way out here, and they took it, you know. Yeah, let's call the doctor in, I don't feel too hot. Let's make him make the decision. Okay, I can't fight, I'm happy with that.
Do you feel you should have been on the main card with him falling out in the co-main event as well?
Again, I don't care where the fuck I'm are, but the people need to know that I'm not happy being in the lower cards. I mean, not as much as me, I'm happy to get it overdone as quickly as possible, but for sponsorship opportunity and your overall image, you know, the higher up the card there, the better. So, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed being second in here.
Is one of your prime motivations in this fight then to show the UFC that you'd never be on the undercard ever again?
I mean, again, I don't care where I'm on the card, but those are people that make the decisions. They know how important it is for fighters to go up the card. So if they see anything in my career, they need to start bumping me up the card. You know?
Rob, a guy like Darren Elkins, you know, he's been hot and cold lately. You know, how do you prepare for a guy like that who was previously on a streak before that, until he lost to Chad Mendes, was 5-0?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think he's on his downward end of his career. You know, he had his run. It's time to make my mark in the division and make my run. You know, so he's coming in against a hungry, aggressive fighter. His style hasn't changed since day one, since he got to the UFC. Every time I come to fight, I have something different. You know, so look forward to Saturday night.
Prediction?
Second round KO.
Appreciate the time, man.